in 1976, when they started to open up the road from Limon down south here, then the electricity started to come, and everybody was very happy about it, because we thought that, you know, the government was really remembered that we are down here and they're building something for us. But then we find out that behind the road that were coming was banana plantations coming behind the road. All of this so-called development that the government says that they provide to us, like electricity, water, roads and stuff like that, is not for us. It's always thinking and the transnational companies. We have a banana plantation in Pensert. We have one right here in Home Creek, and the rest of them is all down in the valley of Sixaola. They were the one needed the electricity, you know, for their plants, to put the people to work at night, you know, so they could make sure that the product get to the international market in time. They were the one needed the roads, so the tractor trailers could take the bananas out. And I remember good, in 1986, because it came out in the newspaper, in 86 or 88, one of the banana companies, I think were Chiquita, they complained that probably they want to leave the farms in Sixaola because the roads are so bad that when the fruit get to the docks, the fruit was already maltreated. So there is where the government started to make plans to pave the road from Limon all the way to Sixaola. Not for us, for the bananas not to be maltreated on the way down to the docks. So that's the way how the so-called development came down here. It just happened as an accident that we were in the way of the development, and we get part of it. You know, and everybody was saying, oh good, we have a road now, you can drive now. But then we didn't see what the progress, what was coming behind the progress. You know, a couple years later, we started to hear that we don't own the lands anymore. I mean, when there were no access, we were the owner of the land. And then when there is access, electricity, water, then we don't own the land anymore. I see the Talamanca region just as though I grew up. Free, wild, a place full of opportunities where you can develop yourself and you can be your own boss. You know, so that's what I did. That's what I came down here for. But it was very frustrating when you see all of the land that you thought that was owned by the local people. I started to find out that it wasn't owned by the local people, that the government were claiming the ownership of those properties. And the worst part about it is that the local people didn't know that. When they started to find out that, then they started to abandon their economical activities in the farming and just, you know, leave it there. Their kids started to walk away because they see that there was no use to having X amount of land and then you cannot put it to good use, you know. Part of the kids decided to stay, and those are the ones now are the ones putting their face to the struggle to recover back the ownership of the land.